At only 14 years old, he was captured, tortured, and killed. The culprits were cleared. Worse still, they boldly claimed in an interview the dirty deed without ever facing consequences. This is the story of Emett Till. Emett Till was born on July 15, 1941, in Chicago. He was raised by his mother alone because his father was gone. But that's another story. So he lived with his mom. At one moment, his mother decided to send him to his uncle Moise White to grow up with his cousins and have a father figure. But, a small detail, his uncle lives in Mississippi. This is a place where racial segregation is far more pronounced than in Chicago, where Emett Till was raised. Thus, at 14, he arrived there. Before he got there, his mother told him to watch out because this isn't Chicago, and he needs to behave a certain way with whites. He must know his place. The stage is set. So, Emett Till arrives in Mississippi. He works in the fields with his little cousins and friends. One day, after they finished picking cotton and doing all the little farm tasks, he decides to go buy some drinks at a local store. This store is run by a woman named Caroline Bryant. The store belongs to her and her husband. So Emett Till and his cousins, his friends, go into the store. They buy a drink, they come out. That's the end of the story. However, Caroline Bryant would tell her husband that Emett Till had behaved inappropriately towards her. He allegedly whistled and made some somewhat derogatory remarks. That's the story. So Caroline tells all this to her husband Roy, who is angry. He then takes his half-brother, John Milan, and they decide to make Emett Till pay for this. They go to Emett Till's uncle's house to capture him. They will take him to a secluded area. They will torture him for hours. They will disfigure him before killing him with a bullet to the head. Worse still, they will throw him into a river there with a fan tied around his neck using barbed wire. The body will be discovered a few days later in a horrific state because it was swollen and his head was disfigured. At a funeral, Mady's mother insists that the body be shown to everyone to reveal the violence her son endured. The media observed everything, resulting in outrage that is much more pronounced among black people than the general community. A trial will take place for both, lasting 5 easy days with a jury composed entirely of whites who will be found not guilty. But there's more, because Roy and his half-brother will receive $4,000 for an interview in a magazine where they proudly claim they killed Emett Till. They will give the details. But back then, there was a law against trying someone twice for the same crime. You can guess who this law protected. They won't face any trouble. I assure you, they won't face any trouble. Emett Till's mother, Grandma Elizabeth Immoble, died in 2003. She dedicated her life to seeking justice for her son. It was only in 2007, while writing a book called The Blood of Emett Till, that Caroline confessed to giving false testimony. If you believe that doing all this would bring her trouble with the law, well, no, she faced no justice. I discovered this story in 2018 while reading part of the work that had been translated into French. At that time, Caroline was still alive. I don't know if she is still alive, and I don't even want to know. In any case, this is the heartbreaking story of Emett Till. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe.